Have you ever wondered what truly makes people happy? It's a question that has puzzled philosophers, psychologists, and individuals alike for centuries. In our fast-paced, instant gratification-driven world, it's easy to believe that happiness is just a click, a purchase, or a swipe away. But is it really that simple? The truth is, genuine happiness often comes at a cost that requires sacrifice. We are constantly bombarded with messages that promote the idea of instant gratification. Advertisements, social media, and even well-meaning friends and family often suggest that happiness can be achieved through quick fixes, such as buying the latest gadget, indulging in a decadent meal, or taking a luxurious vacation. While these experiences can certainly provide a temporary boost of joy, they rarely lead to long-lasting contentment. The problem with instant gratification is that it focuses on fleeting pleasures rather than long-term fulfillment. It encourages us to prioritize our immediate desires over our deeper values and goals. In doing so, we often neglect the importance of delayed gratification, the practice of postponing immediate rewards in favor of greater future rewards. To truly understand the role of sacrifice in achieving happiness, we must first define what sacrifice means in the context of personal growth and happiness. Sacrifice is often misunderstood as a negative concept, a loss, or a deprivation of something we value. However, in the pursuit of happiness, sacrifice is better understood as an investment. When we sacrifice something, we are giving up something in the present moment for the sake of a greater future reward. This could mean sacrificing short-term pleasures, such as skipping a night out with friends to focus on a personal project, or it could mean sacrificing comfort, such as waking up early to exercise or meditate. In each case, we are making a choice to prioritize our long-term happiness over our immediate desires. To make effective sacrifices in the pursuit of happiness, we must first understand our own values and priorities. Our values are the principles and beliefs that guide our decisions and shape our understanding of what it means to live a fulfilling life. Our priorities, on the other hand, are the specific goals and aspirations that we choose to focus on in order to align our lives with our values. When our actions are aligned with our values and priorities, we experience a deep sense of contentment and purpose. However, achieving this alignment often requires sacrificing lesser priorities. If one of your core values is health and well-being, you may need to sacrifice the temporary pleasure of junk food in favor of nourishing, wholesome meals. If one of your top priorities is building a successful career, you may need to sacrifice leisure time to focus on developing your skills and expertise. One of the most challenging aspects of sacrifice is that it often involves short-term discomfort or challenges. When we give up something we enjoy or step outside our comfort zone, we may experience feelings of frustration, anxiety, or even pain. However, it's important to recognize that this short-term discomfort is often necessary for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Consider the example of an athlete training for a championship. To reach their goal, they must sacrifice countless hours of leisure time, push their body to its limits, and endure the discomfort of sore muscles and fatigue. In the short term, this sacrifice may feel grueling and unpleasant. However, in the long term, the athlete's dedication and perseverance pay off in the form of improved performance, increased confidence, and the satisfaction of achieving their dream. The same principle applies to personal growth and happiness. When we sacrifice short-term comfort for the sake of long-term gain, we are investing in our future selves. We are planting seeds that may not bear fruit immediately, but will ultimately lead to a more fulfilling and joyful life. Another key area where sacrifice plays a crucial role in happiness is in the realm of personal growth. As human beings, we have a natural tendency to seek comfort and familiarity. We often establish routines and habits that provide us with a sense of safety and predictability. While these comfort zones can be cozy and reassuring, they can also limit our potential for growth and happiness. True personal growth often lies outside the boundaries of our comfort zones. It requires us to take risks, try new things, and confront challenges that may seem daunting or intimidating. Sacrificing the familiarity of our comfort zones is essential for making progress and discovering new sources of happiness and fulfillment. Imagine someone who has always dreamed of traveling the world, but has never left their hometown due to fear of the unknown. To achieve their goal and experience the joys of adventure and cultural exploration, they must sacrifice the comfort and security of their familiar surroundings. This sacrifice may be scary and uncomfortable at first, but it opens the door to incredible growth, learning, and happiness. In addition to personal growth, sacrifice also plays a vital role in building and maintaining deep, meaningful relationships. Human connection is a fundamental source of happiness and well-being, but nurturing strong relationships often requires sacrificing instant pleasure or solo activities. Consider a parent who sacrifices a night out with friends to spend quality time with their child. While the parent may miss out on the immediate fun of socializing, they gain the long-term rewards of strengthening their bond with their child, creating cherished memories and fostering a sense of love and security. In romantic relationships, sacrifice is often necessary for building trust, intimacy, and mutual understanding. This may involve sacrificing personal preferences or desires in order to compromise and find common ground with a partner. It may mean sacrificing time alone to invest in shared experiences and conversations that deepen the connection. Small sacrifices, such as actively listening when a loved one needs to vent or going out of your way to perform acts of service, can have a profound impact on the quality and longevity of relationships. By prioritizing the needs and happiness of others, we create a foundation of love, respect, and support that enhances our own happiness in the process. Another significant barrier to happiness that often requires sacrifice is the ego. The ego is the part of our identity that is concerned with self-importance, pride, and a sense of superiority. While a healthy ego can provide self-confidence and motivation, an unchecked ego can lead to arrogance, close-mindedness, and a lack of empathy. Sacrificing the ego means being willing to set aside our own self-interest for the sake of learning, growth, and connection with others. It involves acknowledging our own limitations, being open to feedback and constructive criticism, and recognizing the value and expertise of others. Imagine a team leader who is tasked with completing a complex project. If the leader is driven by ego, they may insist on doing everything themselves, dismissing the ideas and contributions of team members. However, if the leader is willing to sacrifice their ego, they can create a collaborative environment where everyone's strengths are utilized and innovative solutions are generated. Sacrificing ego also allows us to approach challenges and setbacks with humility and resilience. Instead of being devastated by failure or criticism, we can view these experiences as opportunities for growth and learning. By letting go of the need to be perfect or always right, we open ourselves up to new perspectives and possibilities. Personal growth is rarely a comfortable process. It often involves stepping outside our comfort zones, facing our fears, and confronting the parts of ourselves that we may prefer to ignore. However, embracing discomfort is a necessary sacrifice for achieving long-term happiness and fulfillment. Consider the example of someone who has always struggled with public speaking. The mere thought of standing in front of an audience causes their palms to sweat and their heart to race. To overcome this fear and develop their communication skills, they must sacrifice their short-term comfort and face their anxiety head-on. This may involve enrolling in a public speaking course, practicing in front of a mirror, or volunteering to give presentations at work. Each of these actions requires sacrificing the comfort of avoidance and embracing the discomfort of growth. However, as the individual confronts their fear and develops their skills, they gain confidence, self-awareness, and a sense of accomplishment that contributes to their overall happiness. The same principle applies to many areas of personal growth, such as learning a new skill, changing careers, or overcoming limiting beliefs. By sacrificing short-term comfort and embracing the challenges and discomfort that come with growth, we expand our capabilities, resilience, and capacity for joy. When contemplating the role of sacrifice in happiness, it's important to consider the bigger picture. Each sacrifice we make, whether it's giving up a short-term pleasure or facing a daunting challenge, is an investment in our future selves and the quality of our lives. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and prioritize instant gratification over long-term fulfillment. However, by keeping our values and priorities at the forefront of our minds, we can make sacrifices that align with our deepest aspirations and contribute to a more meaningful existence. Small sacrifices, when made consistently over time, have a cumulative effect on our happiness and success. Just as compound interest can transform modest savings into a substantial financial portfolio, the compound effect of small daily sacrifices can lead to remarkable personal growth and satisfaction over the course of a lifetime. When we view sacrifices not as losses but as investments in our future happiness, we shift our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. We recognize that by giving up something in the present, we are creating space for something even greater in the future. This perspective allows us to approach sacrifices with a sense of purpose, gratitude, and even excitement. Happiness is not a destination that can be reached through instant gratification or a life of constant comfort. Rather, it is a byproduct of a life well lived, a life characterized by personal growth, meaningful relationships, and alignment with our deepest values and priorities. Sacrifice is an essential ingredient in the recipe for genuine happiness. By giving up short-term pleasures, stepping outside our comfort zones, and investing in our future selves, we create the conditions for long-term fulfillment and joy. As you reflect on your own life, consider the values and priorities that matter most to you. Where might you need to make sacrifices to align your actions with these guiding principles? What short-term discomforts might you need to embrace in order to achieve your long-term goals and aspirations? Sacrifice is not about deprivation or loss. It is about investing in yourself and the life you want to live. By viewing sacrifices as opportunities for growth and transformation, you empower yourself to make choices that lead to lasting happiness and success. Let's reframe the concept of sacrifice. Let's see it not as a burden, but as a gift, a chance to prioritize what truly matters and create a life of purpose, meaning, and authentic joy. By embracing the power of sacrifice, we open ourselves up to a world of limitless possibilities and the true richness of the human experience.